For many people, heading out west to escape the winter weather is the norm. For Boise State, heading to Las Vegas in the postseason has become a routine, but the Broncos wanted to end this winter trip with their third consecutive Mako Bowl win. Bringing you to this one in the third, it was a one-point game at the half. In the third quarter, Joe Southwick finished with Holden Huff, who would score on the one-yard touchdown. Broncos with some breathing room, 25-17. Later in the third, Huskies quarterback Keith Price scrambles and then finds Austin Safarian Jenkins for the 6-yard touchdown. But they would fail on the two-point conversion attempt, so Huskies trail it 25-23. Time running out in the fourth after the two teams trade field goals. Washington needs to get into field goal range. Price is intercepted, though, by Jeremy Aoene, and that would seal it. Coach gets the Gatorade bath. Broncos get the win, and it was a field goal. Ironic, right? The Broncos grabbed their third straight Mako Bowl Las Vegas win. Southwick finished the game 26-38 for 264 yards and 2 touchdowns, while Washington's Bishop Sankey had 30 carries for 205 yards and a touchdown. Now, speaking of Boise State, I'm sure you've all heard about the rumblings of the Big East Conference's major dissolution issues, so it appears that your Broncos might be moving back to the Mountain West Conference after all. Sources claim that Boise State is still talking to the Mountain West Conference about staying instead of moving to the Big East Conference in the fall of 2013. Now, of course, Boise State, San Diego State, SMU, Central Florida, and Houston are all slated to join the Big East next season, but the Big East has yet to secure a television contract for next year. On to the NFL. Big night for Calvin Johnson. He's looking to set records for the Lions. First quarter, Matt Ryan airs it out to Roddy White. All you fantasy football people, glad he played. 44-yard touchdown. Extra point is good. 7-0 Atlanta leads. Second quarter, looking for his other great connection, and Matt Ryan to Julio Jones, who makes the great 16-yard touchdown catch, keeping both feet in bounds at the back of the end zone. Extra point good. Atlanta has the 21-3 lead. But like I mentioned before, this game was one of record-breaking proportions. Matt Stafford to Calvin Johnson, the UGA to Georgia Tech connection. With the catch, Johnson breaks the record for most receiving yards in a single season. Johnson, a.k.a. Megatron, with a mega night. Despite the loss, he broke Jerry Rice's single-season receiving yards record. Johnson now has 1,892 receiving yards. That is amazing. He only needs 108 yards to become the NFL's first 2,000-yard receiver, and he'll be looking to do so next week against the Bears. What else is amazing? The Atlanta Falcons clinched the home field advantage throughout the NFC playoffs with tonight's road win. Now we are going to move right along to the NBA. The Utah Jazz taking on the Heat. LeBron James hasn't picked up an offensive foul in 5 games. Maybe the Jazz could break that streak. He is on, though, in the early going, cross-court to Dwayne Wade. The Heat would lead 47-43 at the half. Now, LeBron having a slow start in the first half, but would pick it up in the second half here with the reverse. Miami stretches their lead to 15. In the fourth quarter, D. Wade with the nice crossover, turning the defender around, and the finish. He had 21 points in this one. Now, LeBron had 21 in the second half just alone, including this corner 3 as the Heat win it 105-89. The Jazz fell to 500 on the season with the loss. Utah's Marvin Williams led the Jazz with 16 points and 4 rebounds, while LeBron James dropped 30 for the Heat and tallied 9 boards and dished out 7 assists in the Heat's win. And moving on to high school basketball, the Canyon Ridge boys squad took on Ontario, and unfortunately Canyon Ridge would fall in the 47-28 loss. And in college basketball, former Golden Eagle and now Texas A&M Aggie Fabian Harris had an underwhelming day in the team's 53-51 loss to Southern. Harris had 5 points, 1 assist, and 1 steal. Brittany?